Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, why didn't I say what I really meant? Or, why didn't I get the raise, the sale, the yes I deserved? Chances are you weren't negotiating, you were reacting. And according to Harvard negotiation experts, that's exactly where most people go wrong. In today's video, we're diving deep into the mindset, psychology, and step-by-step process taught by the world's best negotiators. The same techniques taught at Harvard Law School's program on negotiation. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get what you want, ethically, confidently, and consistently. Let's begin with the biggest myth about negotiation. That it's about winning or being aggressive. It's not. Negotiation isn't about dominating. It's about influencing outcomes while maintaining relationships. That means being strategic, prepared, and calm under pressure. Harvard's most powerful insight starts with a concept called BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Here's the truth. If you don't know your BATNA, you're negotiating blind. It's like going into battle with no armor. Your BATNA is your walkaway plan, your backup option. If you're asking for a raise, your BATNA might be another job offer. If you're buying a car, it's knowing the price of a similar model at another dealership. The stronger your BATNA, the more power you have, even without saying a word. But knowing your BATNA isn't enough. You need to shift from positions to interests. Most people say things like, I want $100,000 or I need a 10% discount. Those are positions, rigid, immovable. But behind every position is a real interest. Ask yourself, what do I actually care about? Is it status, security, time, respect? Here's where the magic happens. When you understand the other side's interests, you can find creative trades that satisfy both sides without either feeling like they lost. For example, say you're negotiating your salary and they won't budge on the number. But if you know what you really want is flexibility, development, or growth, maybe you trade a higher salary for remote work, a 4-day week, or a clear promotion timeline. Now, both parties win. That's the Harvard way. Next, let's talk about anchoring. Whoever speaks the first number usually sets the range for the entire conversation. This is a psychological bias. People unconsciously stick closer to the first figure they hear. So if you're confident and informed, you want to make the first offer, because it frames the entire deal around your terms. But if you're unsure, let the other person speak first, and then strategically re-anchor if needed. That's what skilled negotiators do. They don't panic, they pivot. Now let's touch on one of the most overlooked tactics in negotiation: silence. Most people fear silence. They rush to fill it. But the best negotiators, they use silence as a weapon. You make your offer, and wait. Let the silence speak for itself. People reveal their true thoughts when they're uncomfortable. Silence pressures them to talk, and in that, they often concede. Another tool is labeling emotions. Harvard research shows that if you acknowledge what the other side is feeling, frustration, anxiety, fear, they feel seen. And when people feel seen, they trust you. Try phrases like, it seems like this timeline is frustrating for you. It sounds like you're worried about cost. These soft skills turn hard stances into collaboration. But the real art is in listening. Not to respond, but to understand. Harvard calls this active listening. Mirror their words, clarify their concerns, summarize what they said better than they did. This does two things. One, it shows you're paying attention, and two, it often makes the other side rethink their own argument. Here's another advanced move. Create options before you decide. Most people go into negotiations thinking in binary, yes or no, take it or leave it. But skilled negotiators bring multiple proposals to the table. They say, here are 3 ways we can make this work. This changes the tone from confrontation to cooperation. Now it's not about yes or no, it's about which of these fits best. And finally, let's talk about framing. How you present something matters more than the content itself. Want someone to agree? Frame your offer around their values, not yours. Don't say, I want a raise. Say, here's how my results are saving the company time and money. I'd like to explore how we can align that value with compensation. Now you're not demanding, you're aligning. You're making it easier for them to say yes. Let's recap the 5 most powerful tactics from Harvard negotiation experts. Know your BATNA. Never negotiate without a plan B. Focus on interests, not positions. Solve for what actually matters. Anchor the conversation, and use silence strategically. Label emotions and listen actively. Trust is your secret weapon. Frame your message around their goals. Make it easy to say yes. So here's the real question. Are you negotiating your life or just accepting it? Every job offer, relationship boundary, sale, contract, even household conversation. It's all negotiation. The people who win aren't necessarily louder, smarter, or more aggressive. They're prepared. They understand psychology, and they never settle out of fear. If you've ever felt like you're not getting what you deserve, it's not your worth that's the problem. It's your strategy, and now you have one. This is the sovereign doctrine, where power is learned, not given. Negotiate like your future depends on it, because it does.